Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and you are here for the June expense update. If you've been following my retirement experiment here in Laos, you know that the first few months of 2026 felt like my budget was getting punched in the face by Mike Tyson. The first 4 months were awful and very scary. Then May came. That's where I finally got a massive break. I'm happy to report that my CV, my resume, is still packed away for the moment. June is officially in the books, and we managed to keep the momentum going from May. So my total spending has come right in line with last month's spending average of $3,500 for the month. For anyone who's first checking into my videos and these updates, I lost my job last year, and I had to take basically early retirement. I went unemployed this year. I'm already 6 months into this retirement here in Laos. I moved back from Thailand to Laos. My finances are on an edge of making me very uncomfortable with how long the finances will last, depending on what happens with the market. So that's really the biggest stress that I have, is will my money last? I am in the first 6 months of this experiment. I do not know how it's going to go. As the self-appointed CFO of my own retirement, I am really proud of this number because June tried its best to sneak some irregular expenses past me. We had a few of those typical house repairs that just magically appear when you own a house. I'm really surprised at how often we got to fix something. I never owned a house before, and I realized how much my sister-in-law didn't tell me you actually needed repaired. They just get used to things breaking and then not fix them. But when I'm here, I want things fixed. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet and see where my money went. And just by the way, I spend in 3 different currencies, and I consolidate everything into Excel because Quicken, my software, cannot consolidate for me. It's a 4-step process. I enjoy it, and it forces me to really analyze the numbers better because I know them, and then I consolidate into this budget versus actual. Budget lines are detailed so that I can understand how the money is being spent. When you're in early retirement under $1 million, when you need to know where the money's going. I mean, there's just no way around it. If you want to be able to cut things, if push comes to shove and the market goes rotten, or you find out you're spending money too much. The other key information is that I live here with my wife. We have a very small home, and her sister lives with us and is basically the manager of the house, just with her baby, adding into my expenses. And the other important thing, this is an experiment. I managed my expenses before, not to this detail, but I had a job and I could kind of smooth things out, and it wasn't as much pressure on me as it is now. Plus I have more time. So let's see how the numbers look. My total income for the month was $146. This is various cash back or on credit cards, or mostly interest earned on some of my savings. My total taxes for the month were $14. These are sale taxes, things I purchased on Amazon. So we're moving down to the auto and transportation. So I had to fill my bike up, my motorbike, for $15 for the month. That was about 10 liters of fuel. This is the second month we haven't had to do anything for the car. Thank God, because we don't use it that much. We might drive it 2 times a week. This auto and transportation, however, is on Amazon Prime. I did buy a new 4K dash cam for the car that I want to install on it when I'm going to have to go back to the States to get it. But it was a good deal, and I really wanted something for the car here because people really drive stupid here, and you need as much proof that you didn't cause the accident as possible, especially the motorbikes. If you drive here, it's more than 80% of the people on the motorbikes are looking on their phone while they're driving the motorbike. It's insane. And they have multiple people on the bike. I'm amazed I don't see more accidents, but you have to be extra careful. We're down here to supplies in the finance and administration. So $9 there for supplies. $6 was the subscription for my Google Premium, my pay. They did up the price from that. That was about $5 before. and they increased it by 30 baht. I pay it in the Thai baht. Anyway, they increased the price from 179 baht to 199 baht per month. But it's worth it for me. It's probably one of my most used apps. Entertainment and movies. This was Netflix subscription, $5. Bank fees were $55. When you use a credit card here in Laos, see 99.9% of the places, they charge you 3% surcharge on the total. Before I was just adding it into the cost of food. But now I'm starting to realize how much it is. And it's pretty significant. So $55 using the credit card twice, I might have to figure something out here because that's not a small amount. This is a substantial budget line for someone managing their finances to this level. So I might have to look for another alternative here. I'll probably keep doing this for the rest of the year just to see, to watch it, to monitor it, and then make a decision by the end of the year. So $55 just for using my credit card twice for food. I'm going to school now to learn Lao language, and there's a cafe right around the corner that when we take a break at school, I started going there almost every day for a couple weeks to buy coffee, $2 a pop. That adds up. So I'm probably start limiting that. And so one of the things I did buy on Amazon was I bought an AeroPress that was it's like 20% off on sale. I'm looking forward to that. That's waiting for me at my siblings' house in the US. And I bought a small stock of my favorite coffee from my favorite cafe here in Vientiane. That should probably last me for the rest of the month. Moving on, so groceries. So my monthly budget average for groceries, special foods, and restaurants, I budgeted for $1,500 a month. I still think that's really high, and I want to get more of a understanding of how much my wife spends at the market, because I'm still surprised it's just for 3 of us, but her family did come to visit for a couple days. That is included in this cost. Groceries in general came to just under $999 for the month. Special foods are pretty much my foods. It's my imported steaks. I buy some grass-fed steaks and different things that I eat in particular. So this is really my budget line here, $511 for the month. I buy I buy good quality butter. I buy good quality cooking oil because I eat more of a keto carnivore type diet. And then restaurants, we went out to eat with the family twice. So that came to $121. So the total groceries came to $1,630, $130 over my monthly budget. The specialty foods will definitely be something that's going to have to cut if I see that we're spending too much. Charity, so $36 to the church. I'd like to give more than that, but I like to have a little buffer for this charity section. Will probably average up throughout the year because we like to help people who are in need. Like my wife's family back in the South, their neighbor just died pancreatic cancer and it was horrible. And we gifted them some money to help. So I try to keep a buffer, give too much to one location before I spend my entire budget for the month, for the year. So I bought a bathing suit on Amazon Prime that's waiting for me in the US. My old one here just wore out. These things wear out fast when you wear them every day. So I bought some sesame oil supplements. I'm trying 2 different new supplements. I had my gallbladder out a couple years ago, and I never heard of ox bile, and I feel like I'm having a problem with digestion. And I just recently heard about these 2 supplements called ox bile and tutka. So I bought a couple months supply on them. I have to order them from Thailand. So that's why I bought a supply to make sure I had some to last me a couple months. But this will be subtracted out from the monthly operational average and added into the total annual average at the end of this episode. So my wife started taking the sesame oil too. I only take 1 tablespoon a day for the omega-3s. It's fresh pressed. I know the guy who does it is his own little business. It's a high quality sesame oil. She started taking it, but she was drinking it like water. One day I went into the fridge and I'm looking at the bottle. I'm like, holy cow, how are we through 2 bottles already? She's just like chugging it. I'm like, you don't chug it like that. You just take a tablespoon. It's like taking a pill. Hopefully we get that under control. Otherwise, that will be too expensive. I just did an update on the Laos news for last month. The electricity bill went up 25%. A lot of people are pissed off about this. We have not changed really how we're using the electricity. It might be a little bit more if it gets exceptionally hot. We really haven't changed how much we're using electricity for aircon, but this is up pretty significantly. This is a 25% increase from the previous month of May, which is typically the hottest month of the year. If it stays under 100, I'll be happy about that. This was buying dirt for the garden outside. My sister-in-law, she likes to plant herbs and spices, so we bought some dirt, $9. Supplies for the house. This is normal cleaning supplies, and we learned our lesson from the previous month. We had a blackout and we couldn't shower for a day and a half. Sometimes we just don't know if we're going to get water to fill our water tanks. So we bought some plastic trash buckets to put in each of the bathrooms to make sure we have water supply there in case. So that was $236 for the month, higher than usual. The internet, $34. We paid 3 months in advance and you get one month free. I'll take it because it's relatively expensive. It's $12 a month. Propane tank, normally this is only one time a month, but we cook a lot, and then when the family's here, I mean, our stove is running 14 hours a day. I mean, it's just hours and hours and hours of gas being used for cooking. So I think, thank goodness it's not electricity, because then we'd be really screwed. Mobile phones, I pay for 3 phones. That's $24. So this is the repairs on the house. I can't believe how often a house needs repaired. Just every month is something. City water is $5, so very inexpensive. So I had some medical pharmacy for $24. She had her medical pharmacy for painkillers and whatever, all the things that she takes, her womanly things. That was $30. Dog personal, so this is like, she'll go to the spa, her hair, her nails, whatever. So that was $150, lower than the month before. My haircut, $4. This is primarily for dog for her injury for her arm. We bring a blind lady here. She lives at the local Watt. We bring her here and she gives her a massage. It's like $15 a pop for an hour. Really nice lady. It helps her, very poor, and gives my wife a massage here in the house. We just have to pick her up and take her home. Toiletries, so we bought some small things on Amazon and maybe some stuff at the toothpaste, things like this. Pet supplies, this is for the stinking cats. We got 5 cats that we rescued. We rescued 1 cat. That 1 cat in 2 weeks became 5 cats. So they just shit in a box and we gotta feed them. They come here to eat and sleep and shit in a box. So that was $75. Pet grooming, our 2 dogs, $53. We do this every 2 months. We bathe them every week, but with the grooming, they get a really nice haircut and their nails cut, which they need them. So we do that about every 2 months. Moving down to accessories, so I bought a couple things for my computer on Amazon Prime, $18. And moving down, I love to see all these zeros. Shipping was $13, so I found a way that we can buy things in Thailand and have them brought over here. It's a lady who does this. I think she charges about 100 baht per item. If you do it a lot, that can be expensive. I've only done it twice to just test it. So it can get a little expensive. $13, you do more than that. I mean, that starts adding up. But at least we have the option, because before, some things you just can't find in Laos. If you want a good quality of something or a certain particular item, it's very difficult to find it. And they don't have Lazada or anything or Amazon here in Laos. The bottom line, so the total expenses was $3,427. My goal is $3,200 a month. But I'm happy if we can keep it under $3,800 a month. I'm hoping by the end of the year, it's very close to the average of $3,800 a month, although this year I don't think it's going to happen. So down here at the bottom, I subtract out the one-off items. something that's averaged into the total year and not the monthly operational, because the monthly operational is really just what we need, the bare minimum. And then these one-offs, they get averaged into the annual. So if I'm subtracting out the supplements, I'm subtracting out the car camera, and I'm subtracting out the internet, we paid 3 months in advance. That's $592 subtracted from $34.27. This month's expenses minus those one-off items are $26.90. The average of the monthly operational cost is $31.30. Total year average, if you add everything in, all the one-offs on top of that, the running average for that is $5,273. This is what I really want to get down as low as possible. And if you're not aware of what happened in the first 4 months of the year, go check it out, because I got nailed. So I'm starting to see that this will be possible, that my running averages come down. It's just the surprises that really can screw you. And this 63,278 is if I average that 52.73 times 12, $63,000. It cannot be. I'll run out of money. I don't have enough money to last me that long. I have to try and get this below 50 before the end of the year. So anyway, that's June. So it was stable, and it was exactly what a smooth retirement lifestyle is supposed to look like. No real surprises. It feels really good to see the running average costs ticking down closer to where they need to be. But because I promised to give you the real world reality of early retirement without the filters, the storm clouds are clear for now, but a few big spending spikes are definitely heading my way in the second half of the year. It's looking like that I'm going to have to run back to the US for in the next couple months. So that means an international flight cost that will be hitting my spreadsheet soon. And since it might be several years before I step foot in the US again, I'm going to have to face the painful mandatory reality. I have to upgrade my computer and my phone. And it's mostly because I don't expect to go back for a couple more years again. I'm going to enjoy the piece of this June spreadsheet, these numbers, these averages, because the next few updates might get a little more interesting. So if you want to see if my running average can survive this Trans-Pacific flight and a tech haul in the next couple months, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and drop a comment in the below. How did you do in June? Do you think these expenses are unusual? Or, and the other thing that's nice about this is you get an idea of what it costs to live here in Laos. Some of these expenses can vary, like we own our home, but it just gives you that perspective to know how inexpensive it could be here. I'll see you all in the next update. Thanks for joining me. This is Troy at Winding Down Chronicles, and take care, God bless, and take it slow.